easier for devs, but there's credit to them. I've run a ton of benchmarks. I've been playing with this a bunch. It's been a very expensive and long day. Someone's got to cover the tokens. So quick word from today's sponsor, and then we'll dive right in. They just made a lot of things easier for devs, but there's one in particular that's actually made it harder. Security. All of a sudden, any small side project's getting hit with thousands upon thousands of much more intelligent bots that are going to go out of their way to access lots of things, whether or not they should, inside of your services. Even side projects now need way more security than they used to. And it's cool as platforms like Cloudflare offer protecting you from DDoS. You need something that goes deeper. And that's why I'm so hyped on today's sponsor, ArcJet. Man, I wish these guys were around when we started T3Shot. It would have made life so much easier. ArcJet has all the pieces you need to build a good, secure application without having to leave your editor. That's probably my favorite thing about ArcJet. It's not a bunch of weird dashboards and things you have to configure. You just write the code. If you want to add bot protection to your Next.js site, you add the key to your environment, and then you copy paste some code. Here is the ArcJet configuration. We have the key that we pass. We have rules, which is what we're actually enforcing. Here we detect bots. We have different modes, like we have dry run or live. Then we choose what types of bots we want to allow. So if we want to make sure that search engines can still index our site, you can put that in there. Every other type of bot's going to be blocked. Another really powerful thing they make easy is rate limiting. Now that the average request can cost significantly more than it did pre-AI, if you have an endpoint that generates text or hits one of these LLMs, you don't want a bot to hit hundreds of thousands of times and cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. With ArcJet, it's super easy to limit those types of requests. Once you made the configuration, it's super easy to actually enforce this logic. Const decision equals await agent.protect. You pass the request, you pass it a user ID, and you say how much was requested, so you can have a different interval, which is really convenient. You just go up and down by one, but have your own custom amount. This is so good. This is going to make life so much easier for T3 chat. You have a simple is denied. If is denied, you just send a Next.js response saying error. Normally, when I see things like this, I worry about the performance. Having to go do a round trip to some other server before I can even send a response to the user. Thankfully, the SDK implementation relies almost entirely on running code on your server instead of theirs. If there is something that they're unable to verify on your server, then it will phone home and check. But for the majority of requests, the majority of the time, there is no blocking occurring. It just lets the user through, which is so nice. They support every auth library you would reasonably use. They support every framework you would reasonably ship. They support all the different types of security and blocking you want to do, and so much more. If you're looking for security that understands us as full stack TypeScript developers, look no further. Check them out now. It's www.link/arcjet. Let's start with their announcement first. Claude Sonnet 4.5 is